Welcome back, Savages, to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over a couple of new updates from Jingle Miner. The first piece of news is a new major firmware update for their Solo series, and it's version 1.1.0. So we'll start off by looking at the release notes for this new firmware, and then we'll go ahead and use the web flasher to install the latest firmware on our BTC Solo Lite Jingle Miner. And secondly, I'm going to show you an exclusive remote mining monitoring tool. So as mentioned, there's a new online firmware update available for the BT Solo series. It's available for the Pro one and also the Solo Lite, which is the one I have. This is the list of new updates. So you've got the enhanced API and system updates. So there's new fields in the interface for information. You've got custom performance tuning, so you can adjust the frequency and core voltage. I do think it's a great idea that they've got built-in safety limits, because if you're new to mining and you are performance tuning, you could accidentally tune it to the point where the frequency and core voltages are so out of sync, you could overclock the machine and actually burn out the board. So it's really good that they've got these built-in safety limits. Next up, they talk about precision hash rate tracking. In this case, they're reading the data directly from the ASIC chip for superior accuracy and stability. The next one just talks about the web console, and they've got support for a lot more languages. Next up, they've added a 1 minute live hash rate curve to the dashboard, so that's really good to see. In terms of security and safety, they've added support for SSL mining pools and high temperature alerts for overclock and super mode. So if you do happen to be tinkering with the performance tuning, then it looks like you'll be getting some high temperature alerts as well, so that's good. The upgrade path to the latest firmware, they just say you need to go to the web flasher, which is on their official website. You do need a login account, and that is the link to their flasher tool right there. Before we go ahead and flash the latest firmware, let's go ahead and log on to the BTC Solo Lite and have a look at what version of the firmware is on there at the moment. So here we are on a mobile phone. Now when you're on the same network as the Jingle Miner, like I am at the moment, you can simply just punch in the IP address into a web browser on your mobile phone, and it should just take you straight to the dashboard. So on the dashboard you can see information like the hash rate, the number of shares and efficiency. If you scroll up, you can see the hash rate chart as well, which is cool. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll get some nice readouts displaying the current information for the power and the heat. And just here at the bottom, you also get some performance information and what your pool settings are. To get the firmware information, we're going to click on the 3 bars here on the top left and then choose System. Once you do that, if you scroll through the overview section just here, you get to version, and it tells us our version currently is 1.0.2C. So next up, we're going to click on this link right here, which should take us to the web flasher tool. On the login page, either log in with an account you've already created or sign up for one. Once you've successfully logged in, you'll get to the Jingle Miner web flasher, and it says all you need to do is connect your device, select your model and the board version, and you can start flashing immediately. No setup is required. So first of all, what we're going to do is connect our Jingle Miner with a USB cable to this computer. So let's go ahead and click the connect button just here. You get a little pop-up just saying which serial port do you want to connect to. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug in the USB. In my case, it's going to be this one, which is COM6, which is the USB J tag. On yours, it might be different, but you'll know that when you plug it in, it should just appear. So we'll click on that and do connect. So in the first field, as you can see, the only option is Jingle Miner. It's already selected that. In the second one, you pick which miner you've got. In our case, it's the Solo Lite. In this third box, you pick the firmware version. So as per the instructions, I've picked version 1.1.0. Once you've done that, just click on the Start Flashing button. If you scroll down, you'll see some text just saying flash in progress, and as you can see, it's just going up in percentage right there. And this is what I really love about their web flasher. You don't have to mess about putting any manual settings on there. You just pick your device, click on the flashing button, and it just does it for you. And I think that's really well implemented by Jingle Miner. So it's now complete, and we've just got a message saying please wait. So we've now got a message saying device reconnected successfully. And you can't see it on your screen, but the miner's just restarted. So here we are back on the System tab after I've restarted and set up the miner. And as you can see, we are now on version 1.1.0 of the firmware, and we're good to go. In terms of firmware updates, usually it's a good idea to update the firmware to the latest version, because sometimes there's bugs or security leaks that need to be patched, and often, like this version, there's new updates and features that are applied, and you'll get them when you install the latest firmware update. So the second thing I wanted to mention was this remote miner monitoring feature that Jingle Miner have added. Now obviously you can connect to the dashboard of the Jingle Miner by using the IP address like I did earlier on, but that'll only work if the device that you're accessing it from is on the same network as the Jingle Miner. But with this new monitoring feature, you should be able to access that device and see its performance from anywhere in the world. Just a note though, this feature will work on pretty much every other model apart from the BTC Solo Mini 300K. So with that said, let's go ahead and click on this link. When you get to the remote miner monitoring page just here, it does say you can bind your miner device here and monitor its operation globally from anywhere. So the way you do it, you click on the Add Miner button just here. Now you're going to need two bits of information. You're going to need the device UUID and the device secret. Both of these are found from the dashboard that you connected to earlier on. To get that information, you just log back into the local dashboard first of all, click on the three bars at the top left, click on Remote Monitor. In there you'll see the device UUID and the device secret. Copy both of these and we're going to paste them into these two fields here. So I've got both pieces of information added here and I'm going to click on Bind Device. So the way we've bound the miner is using method 1 just here with the UUID and device secret, but there also is other methods 2 and 3 here that you can use to connect to it as well. Don't worry about noting these methods down, I'll leave a link in the description so you can get to this instruction page. So once the miner has been bound, you should get a green status light like this to say that the miner has been connected, so we should be good to go. And as you can see, there's a load of information available through the website now that you can access from anywhere. So you'll have key performance information just here, device stats, you'll get pull connection information, so it's reassuring to know that the miner is connected. And finally you get some device profile, which just shows the ASIC model, firmware version and device IP. So now we've got this remote monitoring set up. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you should be able to monitor the status of your Jingle Miner and be reassured that it's online and working. Just in closing, if you are interested in buying one of these Jingle Miner BT Solo Lites, you can see here that it only consumes around about 23 watts of power with a hash rate of 1.2 terahash a second. I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy this miner and also many of their other products right here as well. If you have any questions about updating the firmware or using the online monitoring feature, please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, please like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching and I'll see you savages on the next one.